Hey there, BookTube. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back to watch my channel. Today I'm just going to update you on what's been happening in the first week of my summer reading challenge. You remember last time I chose 10 books to fulfill 10 reading categories. I accidentally read one of my books too early, and so I had 9 books to complete my 10 categories. But in the process of the last couple of days, I've also kind of taken a couple of the books that I had originally chosen out of the list. So today I'm just going to give you a little update on what I've been doing, what I've been reading, and what I'm reading next. Keep on watching. For 10 points, read a book where the title starts with R. I chose Remember Mia by Alexandra Burt. I read that one yesterday. I actually started it the day before, and I read the whole book in, it was 340 pages, and I read it in a day and a half. The book was fantastic. It was really, really great. I gave it 5 stars. It is a debut novel by Alexandra Burt, and it's a thriller. It's think Gone Girl, think Girl on the Train. If you liked any of those books, you'd really like this. It came out in 2015. I'd never seen it before. I went to the library. I just picked it up, and I was like, I could read this. And it turns out I loved it. It's about a woman, a young woman. She's 20 something. She meets this man, and he's a little older than she is. He's a lawyer. She gets pregnant, and they get married. And somehow in the process of the few months, her mental capacities kind of start to break down. She starts to obsess about her pregnancy. And then when the baby's born, she's obsessed about the baby, thinking that he's sick, and she. The baby's name is Mia, and the baby's just crying, just colicky, and she can't get the baby to stop crying. And so the husband goes away for work, and somehow she loses the baby. The baby disappears, and she doesn't report it to the police. She doesn't call her husband. And a couple of days later, she's found in a ravine with a suicide note, and so everybody thinks that she's killed her baby and tried to kill herself, but she can't remember. She has amnesia. And the setup of the book is great, but the story, it's well written, it's fantastic. I really recommend it. Remember Mia by Alexandra Burt. I don't have the physical book anymore because I returned it to the library yesterday. It was so good. I knew that if I'd kept it in my bag, I'd probably try to start reading it again, and I didn't have time, so I just turned it into the library. So Remember Mia by Alexandra Burt. Look out for Alexandra Burt. The next book that I've already read for the challenge is The Rosie Effect by Graeme Simsion. Again, this is the book number 2 in the Don Tillman series. I don't know if there are going to be any other books. I can see how it's set up for them to have other books. But if this is a second, that's okay with me. I really, really, really liked The Rosie Project. I thought The Rosie Project was fantastic. I read it a couple of weeks ago. I reviewed it on my BookTube channel, so you can look for my video if you'd like to see what I really thought about it. Although I'm telling you right now, I really loved it. This book, The Rosie Effect, is a little down. It's not quite as laugh out loud, hilariously funny, but it was great to see the characters just continue to grow, continue to be themselves, continue to stay who they are even as they continue to grow. And I really liked the way that, you know, Don Tillman in his own way had to deal with, because Rosie gets pregnant and they're having a baby, and he is dealing with the scientific knowledge, the change in his environment, but not able to express himself emotionally, because if you remember, Don Tillman has he's on the autistic spectrum. I think he probably has Asperger's, even though he says that he doesn't. He's had problems with depression, with loss, and so he's kind of emotionally shut down, even though he loves Rosie, and he just doesn't see himself being able to love a child that he doesn't yet know. And this book is a look at how this book is about unconventional, non-traditional kinds of relationships and how those could develop and change and grow over time, but also about how, I think, about how people who have emotional distance are still able to connect on that level. The book, like I said, it wasn't as hilarious as laugh out loud funny, but it was a really good read. I still gave it at least a strong 4.5 stars. I think I might have actually rated it a 5-star because there really wasn't anything wrong with it. It just, in comparing The Rosie Effect to The Rosie Project, The Rosie Project was better. It was funnier. It was also shorter. It was also his first book, but I really like this, and so I'm sweating. I don't know why I'm sweating. It could be because I'm wearing a blazer in 80-degree weather, But this is the second book that I've read so far, and so far I have gotten so far I've gotten 25 points. I've gotten 10 points for Remember Mia, and I've gotten 15 points for this one. And so my next book is probably gonna be Love in a Time of Cholera, Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I am either reading this for the book to movie, which would give me 20 points, or I could read it as a book that is set in a country that I've always wanted to visit, which is 25 points. Which either way, I'm gonna be rereading this book. Probably this weekend I'm gonna try to start it, and maybe I'll finish it. Maybe I'll just finish it so I can get my points. And that's where I am with my challenge right now. In the next couple of weeks, I think on July 18th, I think the Booktubeathon starts, and that's a week of reading challenges, and I've also written down those challenges. This is me signing off for today. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to connect with you later. Give me a thumbs up, not a thumbs down. Give me a thumbs up on my video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and just say hey, give me a comment. Let me know if you've read any books. If you have any suggestions, let me know how you're doing. Have a great day, BookTube. Bye. Keep on watching. And it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. And it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. And it goes on and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on.